It might take longer for karma to locate you, yet when it does, it's hit to the core. In the quiet and peaceful village lived the girl named Sandra. Sandra always believed that love arrived gently, like morning light slipping through a curtain. That's how Simon had come into her life, quiet, soft-spoken, and almost painfully kind. The kind of man who held her hand like he was holding a fragile dream. Within months, she trusted him with her whole heart. But she did not know she was in love with a ghost. 20 years before Sandra met Simon, her Aunt Beauty was robbed at night while walking home from work. The community was furious. Petros, Sandra's father, and the young men of the neighborhood rushed into the street, hunting for the thief. In their anger, they saw a young man smoking sitting on top of a big stone at the nearest corner, talking over a phone. "There he is," someone loudly said. "It is him," so they thought. His name was Thomas. Caught in the storm of their rage, they dragged him down. He kept screaming, "I didn't do anything, please, I didn't." But no one listened. They beat him, throw the stones in him. And someone said he deserved to die. At the back, the voice arose and said, "Let's burn him." And they burned him alive. Thomas's mother heard that his son has been attacked. She quickly wrapped her cloth on the waist and ran toward the direction. Upon her arrival, it was too late to stop the crowd, too late to save her only son. Thomas was no more, yet smoke still rising from him. She fell to her knees, beating the earth with her fists, crying, "My son, if you are truly innocent, please, come back and avenge your death." And Thomas heard her. Years later, Thomas returned wearing another man's skin, another man's name. He called himself Simon. One evening, Simon met with Sandra on the road. They dated and eventually got married. They married quietly. Life with Simon felt almost perfect, except for one strange thing. Every 7 days, he disappeared. No goodbyes, no explanation, just gone. Then he would return at dawn, acting as if nothing strange had happened. One night, Sandra confronted him. "Simon, why do you keep disappearing and appearing? What is going on? Where do you go?" He looked at her without blinking. "I told you, I left because of an emergency at work. You heard me when I said it." She hadn't heard anything, but the way he answered, calm, distant, made her feel like she was becoming forgetful. After months of these disappearances and appearing, Sandra got worried and called her parents and told them about this disappearing event. They grew uneasy. Something wasn't right. It is said, fate does not leave you but guide you. One afternoon, while Sandra and Simon were eating lunch, a white car pulled up to the gate. Her parents stepped out worried. They knocked. Sandra opened. Everyone exchanged greetings and sat down. But the moment Sandra's father looked at Simon, a memory from his youth struck him like lightning. The face, the night, the fire. His voice trembled. "Sandra, who is this man?" Sandra laughed softly. "Daddy, this is my husband. Remember when they came to ask for my hand in marriage? He had already traveled to the east. He hasn't met you yet. He only returned this month." Petros swallowed hard. He pointed a shaking finger at Simon. "Who are you?" Simon's expression did not move. "I am Simon." Petros's breath stuttered. "Aren't you Thomas?" The moment the name left his mouth, the air shifted. A sudden cold wind sliced through the room. The lights flickered. A shadow spilled across the walls like ink. In the blink of an eye, Simon's face melted into another, burned, scarred, broken, the face of the boy they killed. Then he vanished, swallowed by a splash of darkness. A roar filled the house, shaking the walls from top to bottom. The voice did not come from a mouth. It came from everywhere. "Old man, you are right. I am Thomas, the innocent boy you and your people killed in cruelty." The windows rattled. The floor trembled beneath their feet. Sandra clung to her mother, sobbing in confusion and terror. "I came back to avenge my death," the voice thundered. "Tell them what you did. Tell them the truth." And added, "It is said, an eye for an eye, and in your case, it is a daughter for her father's sins. The illness I have left with her can never be healed, not now, not ever, until we meet again in the land of the death." Then the laughter stormed out. "Ha ha ha ha!" And then silence. Only the sound of Sandra crying into her mother's chest, realizing she had unknowingly married the ghost. And outside, in the stillness of the yard, a cold wind blew, carrying the whisper of a soul that waited 20 years to be heard. The end.